And we should be live now. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Zach. This is Zakdtv. You know what it is, the place for interesting news from around the net. Today's episode, we're doing a bit of a live stream here. It's been a little bit since I've done one of these. I'm trying to get back in the swing of things, you know. And I'll tell you what, I think it's going good, I hope. Boy, it's funny. I can't see what's going on. Let's see what happens when I click that.
It's me, Zach. This is Zakdtv.
We're going to have an echo. There we go. All right. Now I can hear myself think. But I'll tell you what. This is what I want to start out with. It is so cool, and take it as you will. Is it the beginning of the end times, or is it the coolest advance in robotics here in a little bit? Let you decide what you think. And I think that is this one. Yes, it is. There we have it. That is the big mammer jammer. That's the big guy. That is the Atlas biped robot. Pretty good, right? It is handling those jumps better than I can. But wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Pow! It nailed a backflip. Get me on a trampoline, that's possible, but it sure as hell isn't something I can do off the ground or even off a box. That is amazing. And, I mean, if you're one of those people who want to be a little bit of a fearmonger or whatever, it's also pretty scary when you think about it because, you know, what you have there is a robot that you can't knock over. These people have hit it with 2x4s, hit it with hockey sticks, this, that, and the other. And the damn thing won't fall over. So what do you think it can do now? We can't knock it over, and it can flip over our bullets. What are we going to do to destroy this thing, right? I'll tell you what, I love Boston Dynamics. They're doing great work over there. They are the ones bringing us the future. And I don't know if you saw it. I don't have an image of it ready. I was having a bunch of problems before I got the stream going. Actually, I was supposed to stream about 2 hours ago. And just my day went to hell. But the new Spot Mini, they did some pretty cool stuff with that. It's got its fairings on it. That's the one with the weird arm that I don't know what you want to say. It looks like a horse or something, but it could pick itself up off the ground with it. They have it finally clad in some fairings, and it looks like it's about consumer ready. So it might not be long before we see those things trotting up and down the street. Check it out on Boston Dynamics website. They always have cool stuff to look at over there anyway. Excuse me. All right. Well, now that we got that out of the way, because I know that's probably the search term that's going to get looked for the most, you know, flipping robot. I want to ask you guys a question. What do you think? I have started doing one topic, one story per day. I know some of you are going to like it. Some of you aren't. Let me explain to you why I'm doing it that way. It's just too much work. That's what it comes down to. I can put out a story a day. That's not a big deal. When it comes to doing the research and everything, to do 3 stories a day, sure, I can do it, but I don't feel like I'm bringing all the information that I should. The story's not written well enough. I'm rushing through it. It's not how I want to produce my show. I do want to keep doing interesting news, and I want to do interesting news 5 days a week, 3 stories a day at least. But I think it's something I'm going to have to wait until I have a team to help me with because, honest to God, I just cannot keep up with it. Sorry. If you guys are okay with it, thank you. If you're not, well, still hang out and watch me anyway. I'm a fun dude to hang out with. All right, what else do we have here? Let's see. Ooh. Want to see a thing of beauty? I know you do. Check that out. That is the next generation Tesla Roadster. Okay. Real quick here. Tesla Roadster. 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds. That is faster than the Bugatti. That is faster than any supercar out there. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, because by now there's probably a faster supercar. But 1.9 seconds, I know that's faster than the old GSX-R 1000 I rode. Pretty interesting. And has a 620-mile range on a single charge. That's impressive. Now, what's not impressive about it, however, is the price tag. Early adopters, they're calling it the Founder Series cars. The first 1,000 will be Founder Series cars. You have to pony up the full $250,000 up front and wait until 2020 when they're going to come out. They're slated to come out in 2020. So do you have 250 grand you can lay around for a couple years? This might be the way to do it. And you know what? There's no guarantee it'll be out on 2020. A lot of times Tesla's late, as we see with the Model 3. But if you don't want to go this full 250,000, you can still become a founder and reserve one for a cool $50,000. I can't even justify spending 50 grand on a car normally, let alone letting that sit until my car maybe comes to me. But hey, again, I guess you got to pay for your tech. Like all the people that love their apples, you got to pay if you want to play. And I just don't want to play that bad, I guess. Sorry, guys. Oh, yeah, maybe one day I'll be into it, but right now, I don't think that's a thing for me. What else did I want to talk about? Ooh, hey, a story I covered a while back. It's a product. They were working at it at, I want to say it was the University of Singapore. Let me see. I got my notes on it over here. National University of Singapore. Wow, I did this story like 6 months ago. They were working on something called the vocktail. It is a mock cocktail. In fact, I think my title on that one was like Email Lemonade. And that's what it was. They wanted to be able to digitally send flavors over the internet. The concept was, say, you're on a beach and you're having a great drink and you want to share it with your friends. Well, if they have this cup, they can taste it themselves. You would send them a flavor profile that they could program into the cup. What the cup actually does is there is a metal ring around the top. You can see there where his lip's at. And then it also has an LED in it. The metal ring stimulates your taste buds. The LED tricks your eyes into believing it is whatever color the drink would be. Their new improvement to it, though, is smell. You can see that little tube there off the top. That is actually designed to pump scent into the cup. So say you're drinking, let's go with something easy, Sprite. It will give you that lemon lime scent as you're drinking and tingling your taste buds. So you'll get the experience of drinking it when you're only really drinking water. This has a lot of good applications in my mind. I mean, you can see me. I can use to cut a couple pounds. If my drinks could be all water but taste like stuff, I could probably live off water all day. Forget eating. It's a good idea. It's not out yet. They did debut it at a conference. What was the name of the conference here? It's not done yet, but it will be. They're working on it, and they're going to get it out. Oh, the conference they did was the Association for Computing Machinery Multimedia Conference. And that was last month. All right, my next one here. Oh, this one's neat. We're going to go back in time, because so often our past directly influences our future. We've seen it time and time again. And, well, at this point, what we have is the origin of wine. Researchers from, I think it's Toronto University. Where's that at? Yep, University of Toronto and the Georgian National Museum found that through chemical analysis on a cask that they found, they believe that human beings started drinking wine. Here's the cask. Sorry, I clicked the wrong one. There's the cask. Woohoo, I found it. They believe that human beings started drinking wine around 8,000 years ago. That's quite a way back, isn't it? Originally, they thought it was around 5,000 years ago, or 5,000 BC in Iran. This new find pushes that back about 1,000 years, which is pretty neat. They figure it was done using grapes. They did ferment grapes to make their wine back then. And they believe from what they found on the dig site that it was used in medicine, It was used as, let's see here, as medicine, a social lubricant, a mind-altering substance, and a highly valued commodity. They believe it permeated nearly all aspects of life for the Neolithic people, and it was placed in the forefront of both business and religion. I think when you find somebody nowadays that values their wine that much, you might call them an alcoholic. But hey, back then, what else did they have? They had to get along somehow, right? I think it's a pretty cool concept. I like to sit back and have a glass of wine with a meal every once in a while. And to think that I'm doing something they were doing 8,000 years ago, 6,000 BC, makes me feel connected to my past a little bit, I guess. And I'll tell you what, we're going to wrap up. I'm only doing 5 stories tonight. You know, I missed so much time here over the last couple weeks. There's so much to catch up on. I'm basically skipping it. There's a lot of cool news out there too. And oh my God, I missed so much of it. Like, oh, I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm not even going to start talking about it because I'm not even sure what I missed. But there is so much out there. Well, finally, we are going to wrap up with researchers have finally, this was conducted in California. They used a patient named Brian Mado, and he was injected with billions of copies of a corrective gene and genetic tool for swapping his DNA around. That's right, this is the first time that scientists have edited the genetic code inside of a human. This is amazing. This is the ability to go into a living human and modify them on a genetic level. If that's not mind-blowing, I don't know what is. Now, they are worried about this. They're not 100% sure it's going to work. They have had success with this process in lab animals, which is good and all, but, you know, we're humans. We're not lab animals, so we don't really know what's going to happen there. However, Mado, M-A-D-E-U-X, Mado, right? He's 44 years old, and he has Hunter syndrome. Excuse me. Which makes it so it stops the body from breaking down complex molecules, and then they build up in the system, and they can cause long-term damage. Hopefully what this does is replace the genes that are responsible for that and allows him to digest and break down these molecules. Pretty good idea. Now, at the same time, there is some fear here, because what happens if it doesn't work? What happens if it works wrong? What happens if they just edited this guy's genetic code inside of him and they get the wrong effects from it? It could be potentially life-threatening. It could be cancerous. It could be superpowers. It could be telekinesis. It could be all sorts of things. But what it can't be is changed. They can't fix it. So he took a big risk, and in this one article here, there's links to all these articles down in the description below, just so you know, of course. Let's see, there was a quote here from him. He says, as being the first person to try this approach, he told the Associated Press, it's kind of humbling. I'm willing to take that risk, and hopefully it will help me and other people. Basically, he's a human guinea pig. He's trying something out, and if it works, we could see a cure to a lot of our genetic diseases. It gives me hope. It really does. And, thinking about futuristic medical stuff, I didn't put it in the description. I'm not going to cover it much. You know, the guy, what was his name? Dr. Vostok or something his name was? Oh, I can't remember his name. It's not Vostok. It's, I don't remember his name. But anyway, this guy who wants to do the head transplant, a human head transplant, he's claiming success. He came out today with an article and a little bit of a news tour and everything, claiming successful transplantation of a human head onto a body. It was a cadaver. So don't go all crazy like, oh my God, they did it, yay. No, they didn't do it. And that's why I'm not really talking about it much. They swapped body and head with a cadaver. Pretty sure I could do that, you know. Give me a staple gun and a knife. I could staple that sucker on. Is it going to work? Who knows? And they don't know either. So, not as cool as it sounds. But I will keep you guys posted on that guy because I love mad scientists. And he definitely is mad. Well, I'll tell you what. On that note, I think I'm going to wrap this up, guys. You know, it's good to be back. I'm back in the swing finally. I'm going to keep my videos coming out to you every day. Well, 5 days a week. I'm not doing the Saturday and Sunday, so hopefully we can get that all back in a working order. I came out of my slump. I came out of my funk. And I said it last week, but I mean it now. I meant it then, too. I wasn't lying, but it just, I don't know. It was a weird thing. Anyway, I'm back, baby. I'm here to stay, and let's make this great. So, in closing, you guys have fun and be safe out there. All right? Enjoy your weekends, and I'll see you again on Monday.